You know, that's the problem with practicing.
Susan. What? Susan. Hi, Jeannie. I just wanted to say hi. Oh, I know.
Are they going to fix that?
Greg is Susan.
Are they going to fix that?
Who was that young man? I'm not his son. I have optical.
I very nearly said, you know what? He gave a shit reading.
Too bad it's such a good show.
Yeah, I sent some to my family up north. Since it was going to be on. Anybody seen Anika? You're watching.
Yeah.
As a sensor, but I think I printed out raw, the raw one because it has Anika.
That's a song whose time has come, isn't it? Springtime for Hitler. That's a song whose time has returned. Here we are. Springtime for Hitler in Germany. That goes
along with Macho Man. Yeah. Put a beat to it and no dancing. Oh yeah, and springtime, yeah. Sean Phillips. Sean, yeah, he died. He's a brilliant comic. Sean, his name was Sean something. Yeah, he was amazing. I saw him live on stage. Came to town and did an art show. He's incredible. But him, Robin Williams, incredible. Different style. You hang out with the wrong people.
Cool stuff. Too much time at the horse circle.
Yeah. Horse circle was great, man.
You know, they'd changed and then they couldn't print it another way. So, oh, you're going to read on it. Oh, okay. So it's the same script, but you just don't read it. Nice stand up.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. It's been going on since January. And now it's just before I left, my daughter moved. And we wrote the book. So I mean, it's just gotten very bad. That's where the moment that I left. He's in a nursing, skilled nursing center. But when you're skilled, he has depression. He's suffering from abandonment. And he has
Gotta go anyway.
So, no, I don't. That just makes me sad. I don't know if I wanted to because I don't consider it. I was talking to a friend of mine who's It's a choice that you make. And that was a hard note to say. So that's that was the note. Something to shoot. I mean, I was just so sad. It's just so I know it's good. It's good. It's good. I mean, it's not good. It's it's just tough. I really wish we were more peaceful. It's not.
The end is often difficult.
There's no. I always say our lives are lucky. That's why.
But if there's nobody comes to that person.
We arrive at that
But there's mercifully not a lot of consciousness.
That's what.
That can be tough.
Yeah, that's the time. We got one.
Elena, you have the whatever you want.
You could have them all stand up and jump up and down and say there's no one. That's correct. I can invite them to go on the hike with me.
Okay. Act one. Yeah. I wish I could.
You're going to take a picture?
That's it.
Look at the camera.
I wish I could do it. Too embarrassing. My child's not there.
La.
That's the problem. I gotta get myself together on this.
Yes.
La you me Did you redo?
He's out there waiting to.
Did you do?
I did not.
I didn't see it.
Y'all ready to start? Yeah, sure.
We're ready. Let us have it. We got them outnumbered.
No, they got us outnumbered.
No, we're even match, I think.
I
think it's even.
It's us against. Oh no, they're giving you a go.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to Beyond Baroque Literary Arts Center. Welcome to the Wanda Coleman Theater. My name is Ivan. I'm Programs Manager here in this beautiful space. I'd like to start by acknowledging our presence in unceded territory. We stand in solidarity with the indigenous Tongva peoples who've endured colonialism and displacement. We stand against genocide and are committed to provide a space for indigenous communities, as we recognize that they are the original stewards of this land. Beyond Baroque is a place dedicated to the possibilities of language. It was founded in 1968 by George Jerry Smith. We started out as an experimental literary magazine until evolved into the interdisciplinary art space it is today. And we are a art space that first began as a bookstore in Abbot Kinney. But since the late 70s, we have been housed here in the original Venice City Hall building that was built in like 1903. So this is a historic space, and we plan to be here for a whole other century. We continue to offer our free Monday night fiction workshop with Raquel Baker and our historic Wednesday night poetry workshop, currently led by Martin Yago. And both of those workshops happen weekly, virtually over Zoom, and all participants are invited to bring in a piece to have it workshopped with a group of participants. And yeah, those are all free workshops. And it's the longest running workshop, our poetry workshop, that's right. We're celebrating National Poetry Month as well. April is all of that. It's also tax season, so you know the poetry will hopefully get your mind off of those things. But our space will have a new exhibition curated by visual artist Judy Kleinberg. The work features a selection of visual poems and framed original collages. She will be teaching a generative poetry workshop next Saturday at 11 a.m. There's more info on our website. We're also going to be having an open mic in collaboration with Trenches Full of Poets reading series in Long Beach. The reading will be hosted by Mauricio Moreno. That reading series happens in Long Beach, but the open mic is going to happen here in the Wanda Coleman Theater, and it's going to be next Saturday, 7 p.m. April 11th. So if anybody in the audience would want to share their poetry, that will be the perfect day. And later on, we'll be at the University of Southern California for the LA Times Festival of Books, happening April 18 and 19. And to close out the month, on April 24th and 25th, we're hosting the 5th season of the Poetry Film Festival. We're having an opening night with a panel of poets and filmmakers on the process of turning their poems from the page, transforming them into visual moving images for the screen, as they collaborate with directors, actors, and everything in between to make a film. We are showing 64 poem-based films. It's international. We made a call for submissions all through August and January, and we'll be screening all of these creations that have been made by poets and filmmakers alike. But it's a very unique festival, so tickets are live now on our website as well, and we hope to see you there for any of these events that we have coming up. And I want to give a big thank you to the Beyond Baroque team. Let's give a round of applause to Eric Alberg in the booth, who's instrumental for all our events. And we have Genesis Perez and the bookstore. Yeah. So after the show, so we have some of the authors' books available, and we have one of the biggest selections of poetry in our bookstore. So please say hi to Genesis. And if you are looking for new poetry, for canonical works, for yourself, a gift for your friend, that is a great way to support this space. And tonight's event features an ensemble of poets sharing the work on the place that we call home. This is the planet Earth. We are celebrating Earth Day this month as well. And this year we wanted to support Greg Bell in this beautiful reading series that he takes on every year. So for the rest of the night, I will pass it on to our MC. He is a filmmaker, also an actor as well, poet.
I'm a recovering actor.
Recovering actor. There you go. And an amazing host. So let's give a round of applause to Gregory Bell.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Welcome. In helping us to raise a song of praise and lament, an almost equal measure. That said, I would not be speaking had not things changed a little bit. One of our fabulous poets has come down with a croup, and she has sought to spare us sharing that little thing and is staying home. Her poems will be read by her mother, the fabulous Gloria Vando, who has her work cut out for her. From the dark backside of the moon, now bright, never before seen by living eyes, and startled to be so violated, William Anders, born in Hong Kong, Boy Scout, raised in California, one holy, Catholic, apostolic pilot, trained to excel, floats, tumbles, shifts inside Apollo 8. With a Master's of Science in Nuclear Engineering, the astronaut, authority in dosimetry, radiation effects, and environmental control, is in charge of taking lunar pictures. Crater Giordano Bruno. Mare Smithii. Apollo shadow crawls below, lengthens, points. Oh my God. Hey, take a look at that. It's the Earth coming up. Wow. For slow as an opening flower, up above the barren moonscape, alone in the stark black void, she silent rises into view of three men sent to conquer space and chart the craters of the moon, who now gasp in awe of newfound recognition of this planetary marvel to cast by. Oceanic, atmospheric, fragile. This blue pearl set in unforgiving sky, smack in the impossible Goldilocks zone. This mother to 3.5 billion people growing, to 9 million species, but dwindling. One globe, one Ranger, one happening from space, no walls, no borders, no boundaries, flecked with oceans and clouds, held in by atmosphere as thin in proportion as the skin to the apple, alone. In all the known universe, a living planet is home. Earth rise.
Home. The sea feels so salty today. Mornings always feel saltier. You can taste the brine in the air. Seagulls circling around, looking for scraps, have an uncommon shrill coming from all directions. I see the waves welcoming me, sounding like tuba, saxophone, and the grand piano. There's no one around, just me, seagulls, tumultuous waves. And yet, I feel all humanity connected. Eternal shoreline caressed by the water that has visited the earth. I'm never lonely by the sea.
Walking on fertile ground, barefoot, earth between my toes, life tickles my soles. I hear the voices of trees as I wander in a forest of wonder, my legs quivering with each step. Small and light, my slender bones, I'm ready to fly without any wings.
We hike the moonlit crooked path on down. Bear of a forest hulks behind our backs. The lights of San Francisco tilt in stacks that perch atop the ocean like a crown. The crescent San Francisco curves aloft, stretches into the middle of the sky, weaves into the when of where and why, blends into the sharp of dark and soft. Can't tell where splash of splayed out urban lights quite bleeds into the spray of stars like dust, or feeds into the vision-craving lust, this laughing psychedelic starry night. If this is what it always was to be, then it will ever be enough for me.
Come forth, O sun, come forth, was the pre-dawn chant by Brotherly Love of the Survival Revival Hour. The chant began Brother Love's Easter sunrise service on the old Fair Oaks Bridge over the American River in 1970. Hundreds of people attended before dawn from all over the area. The event was well advertised on KZAP FM radio in Sacramento, where every Sunday night one could listen to the Survival Revival Hour with Brotherly Love and the Greater Carmichael Traveling Street Band and Sanctified Singers, as well as frequent guests on the show, like the Frontier, a wonderful Sonoma County band with Mitch Greenhill and Maine Smith. We had become close friends and often co-collaborators. Come forth, O sun, come forth, answered Captain Ecology, standing high on the bluffs above the river and the bridge. The captain wore the garb of a superhero in green tights with a hood and a cape, and an E for ecology, enlightening on his chest. One could see in the east, and right straight up that river, that lazy old sun was about to dawn another day. Come forth, O sun, come forth, chanted Brother Love again in as holy a tone as he could muster. The captain again, and Brother Love one more time, and then, right on schedule, up came the sun. A little boy standing in front by his mom said, "He did it." In these early days of the 1970s, we artists of the Survival Revival Hour were doing everything we could to make people aware of the dangers coming in the future if we didn't pay attention to our environment. There was a population bomb coming. The American River was being polluted, and without safeguards, all the American rivers and American airways were going to be polluted way off there in the future in 1984 and way up there in the 2000s. Things were going to get really tough. Because of our efforts to call attention to the need to protect our food sources, our air, and our waterways, we were invited to do a live Survival Revival Hour and then be honored at the first annual Earth Day at the University of California in Davis in 1970. There were many celebrations that day, which was the birth of the modern environmental movement. Senator Gaylord Nelson's awareness of the need to protect our environment grew rapidly, making others aware, and by 1979, President Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House. Then along came Ronnie Baby. Ronald Reagan and his, well, if you've seen one redwood, you've seen them all. Reagan took those solar panels off the White House as soon as he was president and promised us his trickle-down theory economically. So piss on you. My brothers and I grew up particularly on the banks of practically on the banks of the American River near Sacramento. It flows out of the Sierras and into the Sacramento Valley, where it meets the gigantic Sacramento River, flowing down from Mount Shasta, located in the northern center of the state. It was snow white year-round in those days. We seldom saw Shasta without snow on it during that time. As boys, we were experiencing the joy of being outside by the river, the creek, the lake, the pond, the slough, fishing, swimming, boating, camping, hiking, and enjoying together that kind of family activity. The very first Europeans to see the Sacramento Valley spoke of the many tule marshes knee-deep in water and the many rivers, creeks, sloughs that overflowed their banks, covering vast areas of the valley in the rainy season. And they spoke of the enormous amounts of wildlife, birds, and animals everywhere. Thank you.
California Coast. After Anders Gustav Aldrin's painting, California Coast. 3 red roofs on a sea roar cliff. 3 boxes, clapboard, glass, osier houses set at the verge of a slow-flowing continent. A luxuriant blue-green rolls through trenches, foaming crests carried all the way from China, pounding rocks and iron-red dirt, foundation and yard once layered beneath an older ocean. A seafloor burst through cracks and volcano mouths from the earth's deep down fluid well. And beneath, the earth's own fire. And before, stars, stars, stars.
Well, I'm going to start with a poem by Anika Paris. And if I can find it. It's called Sedona by Anika Paris. I woke up to your spilled clouds, fingers of sunlight touching down across the landscapes wider than my thoughts. Your red boulder fists solid against a gradient sky, silent sentinels guarding nature's cathedral. I carved my initials in your twisted juniper to mark my way, climbed the marigolds and silver leaves toward mother's womb. We took the turquoise trail down Route 66 to get to you, stopped to smell the ponderous pines and cross miles of speckled land. And I feel so small in this vortex, lost in our unspoken conversation. And this is mine, and it's called Learning My Name. We have a dialogue, this tree and I, back to my first lonely run across the morning, light pursuing me like a bandit threatening anonymity. I pointed out now to my husband, look, there it is, my tree. But on that dawn, jogging up the hill, my heart feuding with itself, blood goose-stepping in my temples, my chest, I thought I'd die before I'd reach the top. Still, up I went, up the slick slope to the plateaus, where I collapsed at the foot of the giant pin oak, and lay there in the green lull till breath came easy. Lay there a good hour, inhaling the dark fumes of mold and peat moss and regenerating worms. When I sat up and looked around me, I was landlocked. I, who'd grown up defying the surge and undertow of seas and oceans, earthbound. Yet I had come to cherish this land, its contours comforting as dawn, reassuring as my grandmother's arms had been, always there to help me bear my pain. In the distance, I could see a fox strutting across the meadow. Above me, sparrows weaving their nest. Above them, a hawk on the lookout for game. Oh, I was happy, I guess. I leaned back against a tree, patted the jagged bark behind me in a reverse embrace, and heard, I swear, clear as a whisper of love, I heard my name. Just get rid of all this.
Finding Poetry, after Pablo Neruda. I cannot pinpoint exactly when I fell in love with poetry. Was it the warm feeling I had every time my grandfather would teach me a nursery rhyme with a made-up funny ending? Or was it during our cold winter days when my mother took me on the sleigh down the trail to get supplies in our Transylvanian village? All I could see was snow everywhere, mountains of snow. And all I could feel was frostbite. Yet, there was reassurance as I waited back home, waited for my father to bring a plate of snow from our yard and awaken my toes to life by rubbing them with a white, fluffy powder. Maybe I fell in love with poetry on our train journeys through summer fields of sunflowers, down to the Black Sea coast. And there I discovered my sea. I felt its melody vibrating with every wave, playing catch with the shore. An unforgettable first dance. Thank you.
Yes, you.
mean. He was the meanest man you ever seen. I mean, so mean. You know what I mean? I mean, dogs were afraid to bark. They just hid in the dark. And children were afraid to play. They just ran away. And even the devil was heard to say, he say, tell him not here. Tell him go away. Tell him let's do lunch, but not today. Tell him anything, but please make him go. Mommy. There was a man. Man, he was mean. He was the meanest man you ever seen. I mean, so mean, if you know what I mean. I mean, even his heart hated him. She say, I want a divorce today. But the mean man said, no way. You're mine, till death do us part. And then I'm going to go out and break another heart, because I take what I want. I take what I find. I'll take that. More for me more and mine. Now, this heart was a sweetheart, but nobody's fool. She had a plan. She was cool. She say, okay, you had your way, but since you're too dumb to learn, now it's my turn. And with that, she broke 2 ribs, rubbed them together, made smoke. And the smoke and the heat made the mean man choke. Cut that out, he said. Give it a rest, or I'm going to tear you out of my chest. But this heart wouldn't stop. Her plan was clear as smoke bellowed out of the mean man's ear. And the mean man screamed, I can't take this no more, as he pounded on a hospital door saying, I want you to cut my heart out. Is there a doctor in this house? What the hell's this place for? The doctors were astonished. What did he say? Why, we can't do that. No way. We can't do that. Don't you understand why? Without a heart, you surely will die. No heart, you die bye-bye. That's why. Don't you get it? Forget it, he said. I'll do it myself. He cut open his head, grabbed a scalpel from the hospital shelf, cut open his head, his chest, and whatever else, threw his heart on the floor, said, goodbye, bitch, I don't need you no more. Now you will remember this before I depart. Real mean men don't need heart. I take what I want. I take what I find. More for me more and mine.
Monday morning news. A whale's belly filled with styrofoam. This plastic wrap planet takes my friends away. The oceans filled with tears. Sweet hawk of sky, wrap your wings around this cold planet. You can see the rivers below. Fish are running scarce. So sky, please don't cry. The trees who look up to you are dying from your tears. Rain filled with acid kills forests as they fall. My heart in suspension, satellite orbiting around a troubled earth. Namaste.
All drains lead to the ocean. Down by the ocean after a storm, clear blue skies, crisp clean air, and the purest waves hurrying to meet the shore. But the shore is sluggish, overloaded by all the debris washed away from the cities. Everything that everyone throws away soon will be eaten by fish. Styrofoam cups depleting our ozone layer, unrecycled plastic bottles taking forever to disintegrate, countless cigarette filters disposed of nonchalantly, Greenland and Antarctica ice caps melting rapidly, polar bears lost, our cities flooding, weather patterns changing everywhere, fires burning. I want to leave a great earth as a legacy to our children, to be enjoyed, not living in fear of the next natural disaster brought on by human indifference and ignorance. Climate change is real and is affecting everyone. All drains lead to the ocean.
Brownout, or power to the people. It's 108, heat index 128. I park my SUV under a tree and retreat to a warm mint julep and the New York Times, my only source of news. Photos of firemen carrying baked octogenarians out of their apartments on stretchers hog the front page of the paper. On page 8, 10,000 tilapia float belly up off the coast of Long Beach, their cold blood having reached boiling point. In Florida, fishermen flinch from the poisonous acids invading their skins and their nets. Skin from their hands and arms mingles with the dying coral, dead crabs. I grab a power bar and wake the children sprawled wet and naked on the back seat. In the hothouse, the orchids gasp for water every few hours. Our lawns burnt to a brittle ochre. We follow my lantern's eerie circle through the breathless night, searching for redemption, forgiveness, and light.
Systemic pandemic, July 4th, 2020. It's COVID-19 spring, and above my head, in a branch of the Chinese elm fanned above my patio, 2 needle beaks poke from a gray hummingbird nest. Their every life taste in the air, days new, and what do they know of human pandemic? It's BLM summer, because Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd will never taste life again. People amass in the peaceful thousands, and a few scattered windows get smashed. I stand in a gravel parking lot in a small California town on the 4th of July, breathing my own stale air in a black tube mask when I see a hawk glide above the street. And what does he know of systemic white human violence against black human beings? COVID and BLM summer, orange man, yellow hair, white house, guarded on all sides by temperature guns, cotton swabs on blue plastic stems, shoved up nostrils and down throats. Helicopter blades thump the air, drown out the voices he won't hear, spiky voices speaking virus. Moans of the dying, cries for the dead, gasps that claw at last breath against lungs full of white ice, against white knee on black neck, against cooed comfort from the nurse, whose gloved hand holds the bare hand of her patient as he dies. And only her eyes show the final gift of her smile behind surgical mask, under N95, under face shield, standing in for his wife, witness behind cell phone glass. Orange man, yellow hair, white house, shields himself with an upside-down Bible, turns up the TV, buries his bunkered head under tear gas pepper spray clouds, under voices of the 100,000 pandemic dead and hundreds of thousands more to come. buries his bunkered head below the keening ghost voice wail from the millions murdered down our 400-year haunted tunnel of time. Hate virus pandemic in all its mutated variants burrowed into every fold of this rolling, pitted, puckered land, bricked into every alley of our cities, spike driven into every cell of our body politic. Ghost voice wail of those enslaved at our true founding, twined around every loop and whorl of quill pen calligraphy in our 4 July Declaration, haunting our Constitution's every clause and amendment, voices reborn in spirit harmony to lift the chants from the peaceful street, from the blasted square in pandemic anthem. Say their names, all their secret names. Black lives matter, must matter. And what do Orange Man and his flock know of pandemic? And what do Yellow Hair and his flock choose to know of systemic?
Wealth in a Gilded Age. What is wealth in a gilded age? Stockpiled Italian furnishings? Houses larger than hospitals? Owning more than everything? Has it always been the course of blood to heat a power suit? To drip down the channel of a long red tie from chin to glands? To amplify fat luxury lips to a wet red slash above a tightened neck? If sparks from the stars grinding by overhead have nothing to do with it, what is this fever boxed in black velvet, the fuse secured by military dragons flashing mirrors of fear? Whenever light might escape, a power grid keeps the doors sealed. Wealth in a gilded age hides itself with itself. Only dust dares to put a finger on it.
Los Alamos. Why the name? Not a poplar in sight, not a sapling, not a songbird, not a soul. In the circular distance, Las Truchas, implacable peaks, second highest in New Mexico, secure the sky to the land. The pueblo bearing their name reclining in the hollow of one slope, waiting, watchful of the encroaching barrenness below. Crosses carved from the raw earth lays lurid warnings across our path, reminding us, yes, this is the place. We drive past an old adobe hut, the face of Christ, painted in a blaze of reds and black across its whole facade, looks back at us in pain and disbelief. Los Alamos, sacred, secret origin of death. The name explodes within my head. Dust blood settles on my eyelids, my tongue. We slow down as though searching for something to still our shame, a sign of hope, of purpose, of forgiveness. Silence, a dry silence, a dusty silence. And in the shadow of the trading post, half hidden from the brutal sky, sullen youngsters damn us with their eyes. They do not wave as we go by. And this is Anika's, Paris's poem, 1.5 degrees. With an epitaph, the earth is not dying, it is being killed, and the people killing it have names and addresses. Bruce Duncan Phillips said that. The next time you buy plastic cups, straws, Tupperware, or utensils, big box item sales, shiny shoes, toothbrushes, and non-essentials, Peter Rabbit for your kid, a transformer or little pony, they've gaslighted you into consumerism, no time left for ceremony. We are the creatures, the groomers, the keepers, the non-believers of our weather, warned of change. We are the voyeurs, the destroyers, with so many atmospheric rivers, unconstrained. We are the buyers, the deniers, strolling down big aisles of dreams. We keep the wrath of rising floods streaming live on our TVs. 24 hours of breaking news. People stranded on their roofs. There's no truce or treaty left to make from all the massive hurricanes. So pray for a safe place to live, or simply to be saved. Smoke-filled skies of fire and heat, sunburnt drift and parched trees. Vultures flying overhead to turn prophet and eat the dead. They say, let the grotty breathe the air of toxic waste. It's them we spare. Desperate people clutch their masks from deadly viruses. No need to ask. They don't need more than what they have. This corporate chaos only breeds more artificial sweeteners, greed, and animal consumption, obesity and dysfunction, landfills and recycling, falling trees and mining, insecticides and seeding that leave our people and the planet bleeding. But trillionaires' trash cannot outlast a polluted world from oil and gas. And Mother Nature doesn't wager with legislators. We are all the forgers of our toxic troposphere. We cook and fever our oceans year after year. We wait for freedom. We want freedom, money, power, and fame. We sit in silence, and then we blame them for the uninhabitable world they claim is coming. And by God, it's coming.
Preface. The genocide in Gaza began in October of 2023.
Susan. Call this up. Oh, no, go for it.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Go for it now. You're on.
I must have the wrong script.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm going on. Okay. December 2023. After Auden, September 1st, 1939, written just at the beginning of World War II. I sit where I always do, in the back, by a window, watchful and dismayed as the horizon recedes into landscapes grayed with the productions of greed, measurements of the air, the water, the numbers hospitalized, crushed, starved, the ravages upon species already in extravagant decline. Waves of uncertainty pass through the sky, high, cold harbingers, storms already launched, speeding toward us, raining with grief. December is ending. The final month of the year carries over like prophets, touted by managers of power, well-armed and consolidating over decades deep into the previous century, and deeper even than that. This no longer history delivers the pandemic of the death of life on Earth as we know it. Disappeared from their homes, who will miss the orb spider? Who will miss the earthworm, the house sparrow, or the albatross? In this no longer history, the air bred in the bone waves the hand that counts only its own, commons and culture displaced by weapons and billionaire investments in clear cuts, pipelines, and drinkable water. When we cut, we choke. When we mine, we choke. When we bomb, we choke. When we poisoned the water, we joined the lineup leading to the cliff we bulldozed ourselves. Our armies already direct us. As our rubble piles higher in the ghostly, unerring future, we, ironic points of light, radiate shouts, ricocheting in the streets. My cry is among them, one for the other, every one, a wealth of shapes, colors, species, breathing the same air, provided by all that is green, living, and wild. For us, I offer these words, inscribed on a banner, a wall, rising from throats shouting and singing words, centering the street, grappling the absolutely impossible. Forged by the heat of our pounding hearts, our voices mingle in rhythms older than this calamity, songs as old as the dawn. Singing them together, we know them, we know them, we know them by heart.
Corporations and God. 1. Since corporations are people, then filing Chapter 11 is the same as committing abortion. 2. Agreeing in principle to form a corporation should be considered the moment of conception. 3. Deciding not to form a corporation after conception is punishable by stoning. Let he who is stoned cast the perfect. 4. Finally, if God isn't a corporation, then he doesn't exist. 5. Fortunately, God doesn't pay taxes. Therefore, he's a corporation. Amen. Yay. No.
I'm sitting on the dark side, trying to see the bright side. Could you send some of that Jesus to me? It's those calls in the middle of the night. Unless it's a baby being born, the news usually isn't good. October 8th, 2017, another call in the middle of the night from my brother Ken in Redwood Valley, California. We're in a ring of fire and we're being evacuated. I eagerly await more news of my other 2 brothers, their homes and families. The Fry Winery, our dearest family and friends. Later, Ken calls. My brother tells me there is nothing left of the beautiful and wonderful animal sanctuary and main family gathering place and heaven on earth. Nothing left but ashes in the well. Hundreds of homes wiped out, even down into Santa Rosa and as far north as Willits. So many stories of daring and barely escapes and of sad deaths and maimings. I have 3 brothers and their families in Redwood Valley. They live within 5 miles of each other. We came within just a few feet of all 4 of us having our homes burned down that year, mine having burned earlier in the year in LA. The Fry Winery, more family, burned out, and nearly all the homes gone, except the big house. Brothers and sisters, we sit on the ridge, once the lawn, near the ash of the children's swings. The little Buddha shrine garden survives. How easy to see them still. The swings, the house, the garden, the birds, the critters. A camping tent is put up where the screen room was. We sit outside at fire and look where once the house, a 1-room picker's shack, converted into a comfortable home with a nice deck overlooking the creek, existed and thrived. The Civil War silverware under the bed has fallen into the ash and dust, covered in white plastic, awaiting abatement before salvage. The land looks so different since the firestorm, sounding like a jet engine with a train in front of it, denuded underbrush, blackened tree sticks, pines cut and laying about, piles of tin on ash, blackened stench where the turkeys got cooked, the land exposed by fire, the pond closer now without foliage, creek bed covered in straw and white plastic. 40 years of living and accumulating, adult lives full of children growing, struggling to feed, clothe, teach, secure, grow older, celebrations of life up at the bar and workshop, in the greenhouse for guests, down across the creek in the little shanty, or out back in the barn, always with fire in stoves and in pits, great food, wine, weed, and song, laughter and drama on this land. A library of books, albums, keepsakes, a family legacy vanishes by fire and 60-mile-an-hour winds. What do I do now? Slow motion, contemplation, evaluation. Our homes remain rich in our memories. Whatever comes next will never be what was. What started from nothing, nothing to nothing. New beginning or an old ending. Our redwood, palm, and kinfolk, oak, redwood, palm, and kinfolk, survive, revive. Little green blades of grass and mushrooms emerge. The bobcat seen again. The Canada geese return to the pond. Mother Nature not deterred. Wild flowers replace wildfires. Debris will disappear. Saws sharpen. Structures rise up. Trees grow. Seeds, new growth, surprises. New generations of energy, determination, good health, strength. Live on. Live on. May it be so.
Who's gonna pay? I keep asking myself. To build bulwarks against the rising sea. Who's gonna pay? Until at last, the 12th of never, when we force ourselves to see the damage done, the firestorm damage done by dragging on, caught up in robber baron history, denial of their exploitation, not so much as a penny from those industries that profit from deception and deceit. But hey, let's fine Plunder Monkeys, Inc. for damages. Set up a fund. Delete their tax breaks. Send the crooks to the clink. You know, the dispossessed will need a place to stay. Give them the liars' homes. Make them pay.
Make them pay. Make them pay.
Eric, would you please stop the video? Give me a blank screen, please. Soneto. Anybody familiar with that term? What it means? And you know Gloria, don't you? It goes back 13 centuries, to the 13th century, rather. A gentleman by the name of Lentini invented what we call the sonnet. And the immediate translation of the term sonetto means little song. Oh, little song, teach me how you sing when ice and shadow fill a broken world. The storm of troopers sent like hounds to wring humanity's best impulse to be sold for lies. What good can come of slaying good? No more. And let this not be prettified with empty chimes, but let our fury goad and lift the courage born when Alex died. Yes, that. And in this sacrifice, as people rise in Minneapolis, we rise to safeguard strangers in our midst, to strike a match and set fire to ice. No tinkling tune are you, my song, much more a song of praise to find the coming roar.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. And just what am I reading? Okay, chill. Okay, this is by Anika, Paris. And it's called Chill. There's a bite in the air in this desert coast terrain, the weather as moody as its people. I wear scarves in June, carrying a change of clothes in case a fault line breaks its silence. And while a sunny sky may provide a backdrop for dreamers, the elders of the earth, their jagged bones in rocks and mountains, point their noses toward heaven, bend their backs against the sea, reminding us Mother Nature has a temper. I love that. Okay. Oh, no, I'm next. Go on. I'm sorry, all my papers fell on the floor and they're all out of shape. Okay, this is mine. Monte de las Piedras Rosas, which is Mountain of Pink Stones. There's a pinyon tree outside my window, full of tiny silent verdants blending into its sparse needles. I would not have noticed them, but one bird fluttered, as if suddenly chilled, its russet feathers like an early sunset signaling a change in season. Then the whole tree shuddered, and now, a breath later, it is bare.
Millennium. Remember the Millennium celebration? All across the globe, people were apprehensive, fearing that something dreadful might happen. The first pictures came from Australia and New Zealand. Maori dancing in the desert, singing their songs. We watched the rest of the world, like a beautiful summertide unveiling ancient treasures, fireworks illuminating Egypt's pyramids, Red Square, La Tour Eiffel, the London Eye, Times Square. How connected the whole planet felt. A village bonded by the same celebration. New Year's Eve, the millennium. I wish some of that feeling could have spilled into every day. Maybe there's still hope. Maybe. At the top of the hour, we will hear a new beginning. A fresh start for the whole world. Peace and joy reverberating throughout. New tidings of happiness for all. Thank you.
Redwood forest night dark, and I am an animal in the mouth of my den. I am the stupidest animal in the forest, who struggles to decode the simplest sounds of the life that everywhere surrounds me, where nothing alive, moving can be seen, and everything alive, moving makes a sound. I am the animal of the grand, clueless plan. House sitting for my absent friend, I fired up some Hendrix, cracked a beer, opened the sliding glass door, and came out to sit on this deck, awash in light from the house, to admire and commune with this redwood forest night dark. But the dark stayed away, and the redwood night retreated from my assault. I came to the lip of my bombastic den, which blasts light and thudding, screeching sounds into the clearing and the wild night, well past my natural reach. This shelter of my species projects its protective shell like a porcupine's flared quills or a skunk's noxious fumes, to make me seem larger and more frightening than my weak, pale, furless, clawless, and fangless native form. On a platform of planks made from the bones of the forest, I sit on a dirty white seat fashioned from the liquid remains of creatures millions of years dead, dredged up out of deep pockets in the rock halfway around the world, from here in Mendocino, in Northern California, up on this hill half a mile from the ocean. The redwoods rise, leafless stories tall, then spread their canopy to net the stars, mask the moon, and tamp down the dark, which pools among the damp ferns and sorrel, noses down into the red blanket of shed bark and forest decay spread across their roots. I am heretic in this prehistoric cathedral, untutored, ignorant of the chirped hymns, murmured liturgy, reverberant psalms of its congregants, everywhere hidden in these honeycombed halls where everything alive, moving, makes a sound. So first, I turn off the music to invite the forest sounds closer. Again I sit, dullest and stupidest animal in the forest, so slow on the uptake, before I rise again to turn off every light in the house and creep back out onto the deck. Now at last, my little den, dark and silent, recedes into the forest at my back. Even the sloshing and sipping of my beer has become offensive, a trespass. So I set it aside to listen to the quiet alive, and watch the patient dark. Water drips on leaves. Small animal rustles brush. Rodent, snake, I don't even know what's out there. Somewhere in this forest are foxes, deer, bears maybe, even mountain lions. I am helpless to do what even the least life form here must learn early to survive, separate, and know the sources of the sounds that populate this world. I find the tiniest creatures make the biggest noise. Insect twillings and chizzings over gradual minutes rise, crash through the forest, crescendo and subside. The longer we sit in darkness, the more penetrating our eyes become. And the longer we sit in quiet, the more discerning our ears. In the background, the susurrus wind in the canopy. Wind known, farther back and below the wind, I can tease it out. From past the edge of the Redwood Crown Plateau, over the crest and half a mile down, the ocean. Its vast breast swells all the way around the world against every shore, with the long inhale, slow exhale, deep rumble in chest, the entire horizon rises and falls, and I can hear the very earth breathing, because everything alive, moving, makes a sound.
As much as I would like to claim it's my poem, it isn't. It's Anika's. It's called Booby Trap. Now that he's been throned and the world bows down before their covetous king in his jeweled crown of cruelty, there is still the blue-footed booby on the Galapagos Islands, 1,000 kilometers off the Ecuadorian coast, where I will seek refuge. Dye my feet a turquoise hue and dance with my newfound friends. I'll be free, with salt on my lips, sun in my eyes, the birds, the wind, the patient hum of a sanctuary sea. While on the other side of the world, the place I once called home remains bound by an American charade. People, costumed in collars stitched too tight, choking their throats, feathered shrouds blinding their eyes to the periphery, to the dramatic difference between the rich and the poor, where the adorned feast and the plucked birds shiver, where greed strips from sapless trees beneath the same indifferent stars, muted, hungry, and cold, until even the wilderness forgets to speak.
Poem for the Earth. Take me back when we ran over river rocks without any fear of falling. We were flying. Barefoot, the earth held us. We did not question the sky. We trusted it. A night flower closes with the dawn, only to return with the moon. There was always more. There was always enough. Now, the air feels different on the skin. Forests thin, waters rise, seasons forget themselves. We speak of loss as if it was far away, yet it lives in our breath. My eyes burn with tears from knowing we have turned away from what once held us. Yet we are still here. We are here for each other. Nature in humans has not disappeared. Walk barefoot again. Feel the earth beneath you. Look up. The sky is speaking. Stand under the redwood trees. Breathe in, breathe out. Butterflies remember how to return. The answer is not distant. It is here, in the breath, in the ground, in the quiet knowing. Loving kindness into action. This is how we heal, by remembering what we must protect. Namaste.
Silence. Mi illumino de immenso. I am illuminated by the immensity. Giuseppe Ungaretti. Silence pools in flight. Faint ripples, tail feathers dust the air, wings waver the almighty nothing, until water, once a mirror, risen into waves, refuses to say anything. Great blue heron, rising from its wade in shallow waters, shimmering fish tight in its beak, ignores directions from high-rises hemming the wetlands. Time pools in silence, in dreams, singing, sex, sounds mingling until there is only the breath of the beloved. I drown in time, but never die. I swim from shore to shore and shore to shore, water caught in a cup held under a faucet. Water, hand, cup, faucet. Water in cycles, breath in cycles, time in loops so large it seems to flow in one direction. Granite boulders, huge speckled eggs, hatch slowly as soil, as sandy beach washed in rivers to the continent's edge, by continents rolled over, swept under, weathered at depth to primal grains, red-heated, molten, to rise again as granite. In the garden, caterpillars spin lambent cocoons, lanterns among the leaves.
This path is steep and rugged, covered in stones. The switchback tangles seem to wind in endless circles of confusion. But we've left behind the oil slicks, the broken concrete, the shattered glass, picked up plastic trash along the way to pack it out. Yes, it's hot. And yes, we sweat, but yet we carry on because there's that much left to do. But come, let's pause for a while and rest. Hold hands in a circle of peace. There we go. Let's No, I start that. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it did, didn't it? It's.
Don't give up now.
No, not in the least.
It's a rough
Let's
road.
find strength in one another's eyes.
Yeah.
And raise our hearts in breath and step now into beauty.
I just don't understand. Why not the promised land? It's so peaceful in the promised land. And the water is so clean and tasty. And the air is so fresh. And the trees and the hills are so green. And the berries are so ripe. And the flowers are so colorful and fragrant. And the peaches are so fuzzy. And the people are all smiling in the land of milk and honey. Milk and honey, baby. Milk and honey. Da, da, Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Gloria Vando, Susan Suntree, Lee Beck, Elena Secota, Jeannie Nakano, Jeff Rogers, and I'm Greg. And Paul Fleisher. Paul Fleisher. Let's take another curtain call. Let's take another bow. Okay. And thank you for outnumbering us.
Thank you. That's great. We did it.